Hello, and happy Pokemon Day. How you guys like this pixel art that I got from Goodwill not long ago? So, there was a Pokemon Presents earlier this morning, and if you guys didn't check it out, I had a predictions video, and in that video I said I planned on making a follow-up video to that video, pretty much discussing what was announced and how much I got right or wrong. So yeah, let's talk about my thoughts and opinions on this Pokemon Presents. So right off the bat, I'm gonna say my predictions were so close, yet so far away. I also kept my prediction video pretty short because, let's just be honest, there was never going to be a plethora of announcements from this Presents. So obviously I was right about Ishihara opening up the Pokemon Presents, which that was a dead giveaway. I'm very relieved to announce that there was no creepy animatronic Pikachu in the background. So, please Pokemon, never again. I predicted that they would have their mobile game announcements, and sure enough, they did. They also showed us the new Pokemon TCG Pocket set. I really thought they would mention Dragonite and the Postman, but for some reason, that wasn't there. They did show off their Pokemon Claymation series, so that's cool, I guess. And that brings us pretty much to their first real big game announcement. And the trailer started out, you know, with two kids playing on their Game Boy, and they were playing the original Pokemon games. And if you've seen the rumors floating around, there was a rumor that there was going to be a Pokemon Classic collection and was going to have a few games from the original Pokemon generations. And I was really thinking this is it. So, you know, they proceed to go from like the Game Boy to the GameCube to like the Wii and the Switch, you know, through each individual era of Pokemon. And then the final reveal was just like a mobile game. So, Pokemon Champions. Don't get me wrong, this game honestly looks like it's going to be really fun, especially if you're a competitive player. I'm not a competitive player, so I don't know how into this I'm going to be, but the fact that it's going to be a thing, it's really cool. And I also think it's cool that it has Pokemon Home functionality, so that opens the floodgates. So you're not just confined to like Pokemon that you can only get in specifically Pokemon Champions. So yeah, I think it's a great thing, especially for the competitive side of Pokemon. So yeah, not really much else that I have to say about that, but I think it's still exciting. And then that pretty much just brings us to Pokemon Legends EA. So I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of underwhelmed. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful we got to see, you know, actual in-game footage, but I don't know, it literally just looks like Scarlet and Violet to me, and I don't really know what I was expecting, but they showed us a full-on CGI trailer literally a year ago today, and that trailer looks leagues better than this trailer. I mean, obviously it's like a, you know, full CGI rendered video, whatever. I get that, but that was all we got. So like they've given us a year pretty much to fantasize and dream of like what this game is gonna look like. And you know, of course we knew the Switch successor was coming, so we're like, yo, this game is gonna look insane. But then it looks like Scarlet and Violet. It looks better than Scarlet and Violet, I'll give them that much, and obviously the game is still in early development, so I can't be too hard yet, as long as it runs better. And no hate, by the way. Yes, Scarlet and Violet have their issues, but I am a Scarlet and Violet defender. Literally wearing a Quaxley shirt right now. Again, it honestly looks better than Scarlet and Violet, it just has Scarlet and Violet's graphics. But I am feeling slightly underwhelmed. I'm just trying not to be too hard on it because we didn't even get a release date yet. We just know it's going to be released in late 2025. So I do think the starter situation is interesting because we got two Generation 2 starters. Yeah, we got Chikorita and Totodile. And then Tepig.
Can't believe that it's finally me and you and me, just us and your friend Steve. Do 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 Steve. Do 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 Steve. Do 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 Steve. Do 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 Steve.
I mean, like, I get it. For Legends Arceus, they pulled like 3 random Pokemon from different generations. But if we have 2 Johto starters for this generation, does that mean we could possibly see Snivy, Popplio, and Litten for the next Legends game? It would make sense because each respective Pokemon from those generations would have been used. So, you heard it here first. The game still really looks like it has a lot of potential. Like, I'm really hyped for this new battle system because the attacks are ranged and you can move and dodge and weave around like you're Ash Ketchum from the Pokemon anime. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool. I also like how this is taking place in one giant city, Lumio City from Pokemon X and Y, which I've still yet to play. So I honestly plan to do that this year. I've heard really good things about them. I unfortunately skipped out on that generation and then jumped right back in after Sun and Moon. So I'm definitely hyped to try them out. Other than that though, I kind of just want to make an entire video talking about Legends EA at some point, because I think that could be really cool. Overall, there wasn't anything too crazy announced at the Pokemon Presents today, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad one either. I also just really appreciate that Pokemon and Game Freak are really taking their time to make these games now, because I'm sorry, 3 games in the span of 1 year, that's a bit much. And again, you know, Legends EA has Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's art style, but as long as there's character customization, I'll be happy. So that's going to be all for today's video. Let me know what you thought of the Pokemon Presents in the comments below. Drop a comment, leave a like, that goes a very long way. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and as always, I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Pokemon Champions. Don't get me wrong, this game looks like it's going to be... My computer just went to sleep. Hold on.